Good afternoon, Ralph. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good.
Would you be able to just start off by giving us a team news and injury update, please?
Well, as it seems, Edison Cavani will still be out. He's still having some problems with his groin. And on the other hand, also some problems with his stomach. The same is true with Tom Heaton. Apart from that, everybody else seems to be available.
And obviously, you're playing Leeds at the weekend. A lot is always made of the style and the energy and the tempo that they play with, particularly in the last couple of seasons. How do you see the style that you've tried to impose since coming in at Manchester United going up against them?
Well, they are playing in a very special way in two aspects. On the one hand side, as you said, they are trying to play very fast transitional football when they're in possession, give and go all the time, trying to play whenever they pass the ball to another player. They're trying to increase the tempo of the game. That's one thing. The other thing is that they are very man-oriented, and that this is probably a team that plays with the highest amount of momentum and speed and tempo. And for us, it's important that we don't allow them to play like that. On the other hand, they have conceded quite a few goals, apart from Norwich, the team with the highest amount of conceded goals. So I think we know we are well prepared for that game, and we will try to prepare the team in a way that we can play for 90, 94 minutes and stick to the game plan.
Michael Gray.
Hi, Ralph. Ralph, I'm sure you're aware of the speculation about the captaincy and the armband over the last 48 hours between yourself, Cristiano, and Harry Maguire. Could you put us in the picture if those conversations have happened, and is there going to be a change?
Well, to start with, I must say that this is absolutely nonsense. I have never spoken with any player about a possible change of captaincy, and Harry is fully aware of that, and so is Cristiano and all the other players. So this has never been an issue for me. It's me who decides who is the captain, and therefore there is no reason for me to speak about that with any other person. Harry is our captain, and he will stay our captain until the end of the season, and there is nothing else to say to add on to that.
Rob Dawson.
Hi, Ralph. Obviously, you've got a very big Champions League game in midweek, but because of the situation in the league table and the race for the top four, does this game on Sunday and then the following game at Watford, do they become more important in your mind than perhaps that Champions League game in midweek?
No, we have to play one after the other. Of course, we are fully aware that the game at Leeds is an important one for us in order to stay where we are right now in the table. We have to win that game, and then 3 days later we have an important one at Atletico Madrid, that we're in a competition where we also would like to proceed into the next round. And then again, 3 days later, we have another important one at home against Watford. But we are taking one by the other. And therefore I'm grateful that we have more players available again. Nemanja Matic was back in training today for the first time, and he did quite well and looked quite well. So he might be available, maybe even for tomorrow, for Sunday against Leeds, but definitely in the next two games. And then we will have to see. But we take it one by one. We will try to start each of those three games with a starting 11 where we are convinced that we can win the next possible game.
Tim Thornton.
Hi, Ralph. Harry Maguire took to social media today to talk about the reports of division in the dressing room. Marcus Rashford earlier in the week. How frustrated are you by this constant narrative? And is the only way to really answer it by getting results consistently on the pitch?
Well, I'm not frustrated at all because I know that it's not the truth. I told you already about Harry being the captain. This is not an issue at all, and it has never been an issue for us and for myself as the manager. All the other things, to be honest, I don't listen to that noise that much because my full focus is on preparing the team for the next training and for the next game. So, but obviously I have heard about what was written. I can only tell you from my personal experience in the last 11, 12 weeks, yes, there were players unhappy until the closure of the window because, as I always said, the squad was too big. And we had too many players who just realized that they wouldn't get game time. I think this has improved for sure. And from what I can tell you, the atmosphere in the locker room is better, definitely better than it used to be a couple of weeks ago, for that reasons we just spoke about. And, well, all the other things, as you quite rightly said, for us it's about performing well, showing togetherness on the pitch, getting the best out of our performance and winning games. This is our job, and all the other, those are the things that we can influence. All the other things we have no influence upon.
Andy Mitten.
Hello, Ralph. You've said that you and your players are prepared for the game on Sunday. Are they prepared for the occasion and the likely atmosphere and animosity at Ellen Road in Leeds? And which rivalries can you draw from your own experiences in football?
Well, to be honest, I didn't know that until a week ago, but most of my colleagues have already indicated that this is probably one of the biggest rivalries in the Premier League. But of course, I also had quite a few of those, we call them local derbies in Germany, with Schalke against Borussia Dortmund, just to give you one example. And quite a few others. But I think our team and our players have so much experience playing against teams like that in this atmosphere. It can also and will hopefully rise our performance and our level of performance to play in this environment. Last season, I think they played Leeds behind closed doors because of the COVID restrictions. And as far as I know, it's the first game in a full stadium since they last played in the Premier League. This is probably, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. Yes, but it's great. I mean, I think everybody prefers to play in a sold-out stadium, in a full stadium, rather than in an empty stadium. And therefore, yeah, it's good. We are very much looking forward to that game.
Simon Peach.
Hi, Ralph. Continuing the theme from Andy's question and the atmosphere, we've spoken a lot about the mentality of the group in the weeks gone by, whether that's, well, mainly to do with the fact they've been unable to perform over 90 minutes. How key is it to be fighting and raring to go from the very start?
Very important. Against Brighton, we were struggling in the first half to just get hold of the ball, to win the ball. But we also have to admit that Brighton did extremely well. They are probably one of the best three teams in possession of the ball in the whole league. This only changed in the second half when we took more of a risk, pressing them higher and trying to just win balls in their half. And this will be a similar game against Leeds United, although they have a different approach. They are playing a different style of football. For us, it's important to be on the front foot and be more active, more proactive, similar that what we did against Brighton in the second half. But again, it will be a different game, and so will be the next game on Wednesday against Atletico and then against Watford. And we have to take one game after the other, prepare the team in the best possible way so that we are able to win, if possible, all three games.